Thanks, John, for that. My question is, you talked about the bifurcated job market, the laborers and the thinkers. Have you thought about how big that divide is in terms of how big the labor pool is and how big the thinker pool is, and what the implications are for us in terms of how the economy works as a result of that?
My fear is it's going to be the old 80-20 rule. And what that means is, this is the chapter I'm wrestling, one of the chapters I'm wrestling with the most, is I've got to write about the future of work. And then, you talk about the future of income and of wealth. And I think the disparity of wealth is going to increase, not decrease. And I'm not seeing much way around it. Now, part of, Piketty's book is, there's not a polite word for what I would like to say, but it's nonsense. His book, about, income inequality. It's garbled nonsense. 80% of what he's talking about can be explained by taxes and variations in taxes. He shows this big, huge gap in the United States in 1986. In this big curve that he's got. And he doesn't explain what happened in 1986. Well, I was one of those people that got suddenly rich in 1986 because they changed the tax code. And all of a sudden, the income that I had been putting over here got taxed at like twice it would be if I put it over here. So I just called it something different. Well, my income went up, but Reagan dropped the taxes, so it was cheaper to put it over here than it was over there. So yeah, the other thing is the wealth disparity is, it's your problem. You're getting old and you're not giving your money up, and you're keeping it. Yeah, and you know something? We're going to get older and we're going to keep our money. We're not going to give it away just because we turn 70 or 80 or 90 or 100 or 110. So the income inequality thing is going to be an issue. And as a society, we're going to have to figure out how to deal with it. We're going to have to, in the U.S., the biggest question, the only question we have to ask about our government budget, really, is how much health care do we want and how much do we want to pay for it? That's the only real question we have. Everything else is trivial. But it's something as a society we're going to have to ask, because the difference of lifestyle with health care is, this a paper came out last week. It probably won't shock you, but wealthy people live longer, are healthier. So keep saving. So I worry about, I worry about my 7 kids, because 5 of them are doers. They're not, they like to think they're thinkers, but they're doers. Doers can end up doing well, but the disparity between doers and thinkers is going to increase. And more and more, but it's not just education. It's how you can manipulate that data. It's how you understand how it all fits together. And when I listen to a kid tell me that, why do I need to learn dates? I have Google. The first 5 times I heard that, I wanted to slap him up beside the head. Silly kid. You got to know what happened in 1817. And the answer is, well, maybe not, really, because you can find it on Google. If you need it, if it's pertinent, if it's part of your thinking. So If you're hearing me struggle with this question, you asked about the hardest question you could ask me, because there is no easy answer, and the answers that I keep coming to are uncomfortable. Now, we'll all find work. It's not like we're not going to find work. That's what we as humans do. We figure out how to do something that other people will find of value that they'll pay us for. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do it in a way that we've done it in the past.